been a while, but I've returned. I got a new starting soon screen with a new assortment of images included. It's pretty cool. Yeah, it's been a while. I was busy with school and college. School and college separately. But I graduated, which means I'm finally ready to get back into Twitch streaming. Gonna be doing the same schedule I usually go with, where it's like, you know, 1 to 4 times a month. It's not gonna be a frequent thing. But, yeah, and I felt, since this is sort of like another test stream, I figured you know, just play a simple game like Nubby. And I'm doing something a little different. Let's stop the music for a second. Before I start Nubby, something special. Hold on. That's the game capture. There's something special I'm doing. I am about to undeafen, and I'm trying something new for this stream. All right, hold on. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
All right, nice. This is something new I'm trying for the stream. If you see my previous streams, you know I was alone and sad. And I'm no longer alone and sad. I made a voice channel in a Discord server for people to join. If you listen to my podcast, Idle Hell, you know this is Swagbert.
Yup.
And
check true.
Yeah, and like I said, it's gonna be a simple stream. We're just gonna be playing some Nubbys Number Factory. Get
Real?
that? Oh. Downloading content. It's going very quickly, so the stream won't. Alright, there we go.
So I changed the name of the channel to Streamer University because I feel like we are currently attending Streamer University.
Is that a real thing?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. I don't think I ever thought about like what Streamer University is supposed to be. I need to look this up. I need to be cool edge again, but I do need to look up what Streamer University.
Streamer That still sounds like such a fake, name.
I got my BA from Streamer University.
Yeah, but yeah. If you haven't seen it, Nubbys Number Factory, it's a roguelite. Not a roguelike, a roguelite.
Oh. Interesting.
I think roguelite is just like a variation on it, as far as I'm aware. But yeah. Go. So
I feel like video game genres have like the worst fucking names for anything.
I can
I
can see what you mean by that.
Like, okay, what do we got? We got Metroidvania, which is two things mushed together. Like roguelike is like a very interesting name for it. It's like something, and Souls-like also. That, like, what the fuck? That's just saying it's like these games. We should just call it like a
like platformer. That makes sense.
Dodge slot. Yeah.
See that item I got? That's a flamethrower.
Interesting. Dude, Sonic Unleashed has like 3 stages in it. It's so stupid. They should have had more stages.
Yeah. Do I want? All right, waffle perk. That's good. I'm broke.
You're broke?
Yeah, I'm out of coins.
Broke and unemployed. the current state of Shuey's employment.
See, the thing about this game, you just make, like, if you get enough items, you'll just do one throw, and then, like, the whole, like, later on, in later rounds, when you have, like, items in every single slot, like, you just throw the ball, the nubby, and, like, the screen just, like, it just becomes, like, bullet hell, basically.
Interesting. Nubbys looks like, to me, like FNAF adjacent, if that makes sense.
True.
Like, I feel like this looks like a mini game that would be in FNAF World.
Yeah, so that's like the standard mode. There's Octoni, where squids are 20 times more likely to appear in the store, and they're also 50% off. I'm pretty sure this is just like the dev. This is the guy who made the game. He just put himself in it.
That's real. That's like totally fair, honestly. I cannot blame him for doing that.
I like this game. So this is the squid. Like, it becomes whatever item is to the left of it. But it's not useful yet, so I'm just gonna buy some jacks. I think I'm on an off day today. I've beaten the game once with, like, Tony Jr., but that's basically, like, the easy mode, so it's not really much of a win.
Makes sense.
Like, this is Tony Jr. You start the game with 15 coins, and you immediately enter the shop. And then, like, the rare stuff is, like, twice as likely, so everything's just easier with this mode.
Yeah, it makes sense. Sorry, Sonic Unleashed killed me.
Are you still playing 100 Line?
Not right now, but I am still playing it. I will be playing that game probably for the next, like, half year.
That game, if I do start playing that game, I do want it'll probably be on stream.
Yeah, it's a good game with a lot of twists. It just is, like, very long. Like, I think I have maybe around 50 hours in it right now, if not more, and I have 2 endings. But they're good endings. I think most of them are good, which is, like, the real big surprising part about that game. Fuck me! It's truly so fucked up. Sonic Team just like did not make boost levels like this ever again.
True.
They're like so fun. And then they added all that other shit because it. I mean, I get it takes like ages to design this many stages that are this long and well done, but like I don't know. I wish the other part was fun.
Right now, these two.
So I play Sonic X Shadow, and that shit's fun.
Yeah, these two Tonys, they're a bit harder to use. It's a goblin. Like, whenever you throw them, you lose 2 lives instead of 1.
Interesting. Beast mode activated, #hungry for that S rank. Yeah! I fucked up a little bit, but I got my best time on Jungle Joy, which is crazy. My best time is still 5 minutes. That's not good.
McLean, what do you think of this being an item?
Oh, let me make it bigger. Oh, what is that? The poop butt? That's fire. This looks like something Adult Swim would have published like ages ago when they actually made games.
That truth nuke.
Like this, I think like if Adult Swim was like smart and not like throwing hard, then this would be like they'd be a great distributor for this.
Didn't Adult Swim games get like, did it get shut down, or am I thinking of something else?
So. I think it might have been shut down, which is like dumb because they actually did publish some like good games, to my understanding. They were just very poorly mismanaged because it's Adult Swim. It's been a minute since I played Sonic X Shadow.
I've been revisiting it a little bit recently, just like for fun.
Yeah. I think Unleashed, the daytime stages are more fun to play through because I don't know, I think Shadow Generations is fun in like a different way, and I think that while they're really close to nailing level design with this, it's not there yet. I think this might be crazy. I think the stages should be, Shadow should be just a little faster, and there should be a little more,
yeah, I can agree with that. Like, one thing I will say is that I have heard that tactically Sonic does go faster in other games than he does in Unleashed, but I think Unleashed was good at making him appear faster.
And that's what I want, is like, I think specifically, and they can't do this with Shadow, obviously, because he has the roller skates. In Sonic Unleashed, his footsteps are way louder than they are in Generations. That is the big difference that makes him sound so much faster. When you hear his feet running that quickly, it makes it seem way faster. No one has a mod for this. No one has returned the audio to its original levels.
Yeah, like one thing that apparently enforces he's faster than Generations, and like the reason it doesn't seem that way is because it feels so slow.
Yeah, that is true. It's partially the animations of Forces, because I do remember when they were porting Forces stages to the game, there was I don't know, the game just seemed a lot faster. Is this fixing it? No, it's not fix it.
I re-rolled and got basically the same item selection.
Why am I getting lag on Sonic X Shadow now? Ooh, weird.
But yeah, I do remember hearing that, like, they were porting Generation stages to Forces, and they were, like, he got through them so much faster.
Yeah, Sonic kind of just, like, flies around in that game. It's partially the animation. To my understanding, also, when you're in a 2D section in Forces, Sonic is not... So, you have to slow character. I learned this because I watched a bunch of modders like actively modding Forces at the time. They said that in that when you go into a 2D section, when you're looking at something scrolling sideways, it looks faster. So they actually slow Sonic down during 2D sections. In Lost World, they changed it from, I think it was like a very small decrease, like maybe 25% in generations. They lowered it, I think, to 50 in Lost World, and then they left it in Forces. So in Forces, when you run in a 2D section without boosting, which does happen in often in Spaceport, I think, or not Spaceport. I don't whatever the fucking Egg Fleet. I don't remember, or not Egg Fleet. Whatever the Sonic Death Egg level is, modern one.
Yeah, that one.
When you run, he doesn't reach his full running animation. It's actually impossible if Sonic is running sideways to reach his full running animation unless he hits a dash pad or an automated section that speeds him up. And they usually don't speed him up. Oh wait, no, this is most visible. This is most visible in Guardian Rock, the Avatar stage. Because the Avatar has the same speed as Sonic, so the Avatar does not reach full running animation ever in that stage because of the 2D only stage, which is a terrible stage, by the way. Maybe one of the worst in the game. I think that act is something I've never replayed. Oh, there's like... My Shadow Generations is like laggy. Which is bizarre because it shouldn't be. My computer's not hot. It's actually very cold. I don't know what is causing this. Maybe it's just like been a minute because it's like... I need to try like a... There's no short stages. I also have to remember these controls because they're kind of like bizarre. Oh, I need to swap the controls actually.
McLean, should I eat this food, the lentil? It'll randomize all the items. Is it worth the risk?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
Okay, yeah, that's a lineup.
Oh, I'm stupid. I need to restart. Yeah, I think that Sonic X Shadow is like a very good game. I just like don't know. I don't know like how to make it as fun as Unleashed Daytime stages. I really don't. I think it'd be easier if it ran better. So this game ran perfectly when it came out. It's not running perfectly anymore.
True.
I also have to check the controls that make this other movement better.
Yeah, that is something else I noticed when I revisited Sonic X Shadow. I had to get my mind back into that game's controls because, you know, boost is on X instead of the trigger and stuff.
Oh yeah. That was actually very solid.
Okay, I'm actually getting, like, good progress in the goblin. I jinxed myself.
Gold.
I was about to say I was actually making good progress with the goblin, but then I lost. Where are these other Tonys? I haven't unlocked everything yet. And then this is the last one I have, Mutant Tony. That was a funny sound it made.
Yeah, no, these controls are weird. I am pressing X to boost, so. I think I might change it back to X, though, because,
I mean, yeah, you can, like, customize the controls, right?
Yeah, because I believe I heard that it's better to change, Chaos Spear to trigger, because it makes a spear momentum, like, movement way better if you have it on trigger, because it's easier to press jump and trigger almost at the same time instead of having to move your finger up and down. I mean, this game is, like, very fun movement-wise. It's just, like, a different test than what, Unleashed does. I think Sonic Team is, like, so close to, like, a hit game. That's like fully original with this mindset. If I can get like a Sonic Frontiers open zone thing that's not in like Nintendo Hire This Man world, then they'll have it with like Shadow Generation style levels.
Alright. Okay, so those were all the Tonys I have unlocked. Challenges. These are like other, like, these are variants of the main mode. Like I think the difference between the Tonys and the challenges is that the Tonys are perks, while the they're meant to like
Challenges.
It's what it sounds like. They're challenging. More challenging, while the Tonys are meant to, like, help.
Go.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Game homing attack. Can I have... I was about to say, can I make this Unleashed controls? And if I put... can I put boost also on X?
I am still not a fan of that. Like, there's a cheat in the hedge mod manager that makes it so that homing attack is back on the jump button for unleashed.
Interesting.
Because like
Why
I
can't
don't
change these?
because like, you know, sometimes you want to use the homing attack, but then like you miss the target and you just end up boosting yourself into the abyss.
So if homing attack is that, then I want chaos control. Okay, chaos spear I want on right trigger. Oh wow, this control settings is actually one of the better ones I've seen in any video game. That's impressive. This actually has a very great control settings page. Well, way better than 100 lines because it works. Respectfully, I love that game. The fucking menus don't work. Do I have anything like not binded correctly? No, I don't think so. I just think Y is literally just not binded to anything right now. Yeah, because I consolidated that. Yeah, I just consolidated the jumps and you just don't need the Y button to play this game.
Go.
I wanna play Chaos Island. Okay. I think Chaos Island is... I think this is one of the best stages in a Sonic game. I think that they actually nailed it. I think it's so much fun.
Yeah, I was gonna make a video like ranking all the levels in like each version of Generations, like Sonic, Shadow, but then also the 3DS version for some reason. But I scrapped it because like I kept changing my mind on things, and like also playing Unleashed for the first time just like changed my perspective on like, okay, these levels are the better ones actually.
Yeah,
But I
think
will
I have,
say,
like-
but I will say that like I still think Sunset Heights is my favorite level, like Act 1 specifically. And that's because like
Sunset Heights is fun.
I think specifically because like I remember.
Oh, no. Other friends. I'm back home. Hey, McLean. Hey, Brendan.
Hi.
Hello, Chris.
I'm in Venice.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, right. How is that?
Good.
Beast.
I just had like the most booty ass $23 drink I've ever had.
They're bleeding you dry. $23 is like a burger.
No. It was because we went to like a rooftop bar because we wanted to see the skyline.
Makes sense.
Which was worth it, but I could have gotten something about $7 cheaper.
You went
But
to
the guy persuaded me, and then you also persuaded me a little bit, which is fine. Yeah.
you went to a millennial burger restaurant.
No, actually,
Yeah.
because it was like the Hilton. It was actually like disgusting, like how rich it was.
We are young.
There's a fire in our soul.
They're singing like millennial songs.
Challenges.
Yeah, you know that one? Have you seen that video?
Yeah, on the phone.
Go.
No, but the people that we were eating with were millennials. No, but the rest of the time we've been pretty good. We've been pretty cheap on food and good on food. Like the food has been great. I had a red wine that I actually liked, which is surprising because I don't like red wines.
Nice.
Yeah. I like drunk wine at a vineyard, which was cool. We went to go see Murano and Burano, and got to see a lot of the sights of the city. And we got pasta.
Nice.
Yeah, it was banging. We're sleeping in a hostel. That's like the hostel's like.
That's dope. Yeah, I went to a hostel in Montreal.
Challenges.
think I lost connection.
Oh, alright.
Yeah, she definitely did lose connection.
Yeah.
That's fire.
Yeah. I mean, I'm technically going to another country for the first time, like, next month.
Yeah, that is true. You are going to another country.
Like, I've never left the US, but I'm going on a tour which goes into Mexico for a bit.
It also goes into Honduras, so you're gonna get to go to Honduras.
Yeah. But yeah, as I was saying about Sunset Heights, I remember being, what was it, when were we in high school or middle school? When Sonic
Forces came out in high school, 2017.
Yeah, I remember when we were both really hyped for that game, and it was just so bad. And I think the reason why Sunset Heights was my favorite level is because it's what I wanted back in high school.
Yeah, Sunset Heights is like a pretty good level, especially like compared to what the
source material
stages. Yeah. I'm gonna have to learn these controls. It's actually very different. I'm actually used to the trigger, which is weird. It's just like I need to kind of break it. Which is odd because I've been playing Sonic Unleashed, so you would think not, but I'm bad at this game. Yeah, I have to like be mindful when I'm playing it now. Interesting. Well, I'll figure that out later. Maybe it is time for 100 lines. Or it's time to scroll twitter.com and smoke weed. That's also a really good activity. New item system in Mario Kart World explained, full breakdown and analysis.
Is that from Game Explain?
I don't need to watch that.
Is it from Game Explain though?
Oh my god, my headphones fell out. That's might be.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, sorry. I like ripped my headphones out and I didn't even realize.
Yeah, I heard you mention that, but I was asking, was that from Game Explain?
Oh no, that's not from Game Explain.
It was another
from
another Nintendo-year-old.
Yeah, it's definitely from another Nintendo-year-old on YouTube. I get a lot of them from Nintendo Land, like with the number 10.
I think I've heard of them before.
Yeah.
I mean, they've definitely like appeared in my recommended.
I've been getting a lot of Mario Kart videos because of the new game, which I'm not even like. I'm excited for it, I guess, but realistically, the day that comes out, I'm playing Deltarune. Like,
yeah,
I'm actually more excited for that by a long shot than Mario Kart, which is absurd because it's just chapters of Deltarune.
I will say I am definitely in a bit more of a financially stable situation than when the Switch 2 was first revealed. So I considered, hey, maybe I can actually get a Switch 2, but then I decided, you know what, I'm gonna save this money.
Yeah, you should like save that for when the Switch 2 is like an actual console, which is just not gonna be on launch. It's gonna be a console with one game, and that game is Mario Kart, so you have to be with like, I mean, you don't have to be with other people. I like Mario Kart, I like online Mario Kart, but you kind of have to like play that only.
Yeah.
You don't have like a big story with like interesting gameplay to like sell it. Like, I think the game that sold my Switch that wasn't like Mario Kart or Smash Bros. Was like Fire Emblem, and that like if they have a game like that on the Switch, it might be Metroid Prime 4. Honestly, it might just be that. That might be it for me actually. Is Metroid Prime.
Yeah, I
That's
mean,
the game I want.
I mean, like Tomodachi Life. That's a Switch 1 game.
Yeah, in Tomodachi Life, as much as I love it, I don't know if it has like I mean, I'll probably have like 300 hours in it, like I had in the first one, maybe even more.
I will
like
say
it that
I
much,
do
but...
want them to fix the problem where I don't know if it's like this for like Animal Crossing, because the only Animal Crossing I ever played was New Leaf. They need to find a way to make it harder for you to get bored of the game, because that's why I constantly like restart my Tomodachi Life build like months or even years after my previous one, because I just get bored with the game after like, okay, these two Miis, they got married, they had a kid. This is when like the fall off period happens.
Yeah, I think like, I mean, I think my issue is that I like min-max the game. I'm like, well, I could do this fast. Tomodachi Life is kind of a game that works when you create like your own thing with it, and once you know all the things that happen in the game, it does like become very boring. And I think that there's a level of interactivity that I'd like to see like in the new one, like just more. I think there needs to be better clothing. I think I want to be able to dress up my Miis better. I want to be able to decorate like their room better, and I just think things should be more customizable and more like interactive, because I think that's the biggest issue with the first one. Is like, I love the first one. It's a game I have a ton of time in. But I think when I went back to it, I'm like, well, I wish that I could have like maybe a smaller, like I don't have that many Miis on my island to start. I wish I can like go in depth and make it like see how their personalities interact in like a deeper way, and I think that'd be really fun. And I hope the new game does this, because the new game seems to be like less of clicking on places and going to them to see who's there, and more like a Sims, like maybe live simulation kind of thing, which I think is like great. I think that's very cool. But maybe I'm talking out of my ass, but that's what it looked like to me.
I mean, how much did they ever go into more depth about the new Tomodachi Life, or?
I don't think so. I think they just said it's coming, and...
Do we even have a release date?
Next year. I think it just said 2026, so not really. Probably early 2026. Likely we'll get more info once the Switch 2 drops. I don't know, I think like that's the game that I want from Tomodachi Life. Is I just want like a... like not like even a simulation, but just kind of like a live, like, you know, I open the game and the Miis are doing shit in their day, and like they meet up with each other or something, like ants in an ant farm. I want more of that like god feel. I want to be their god, you know. I'm Swagbert's lookalike. I'm a god in this world that does everything. I want that feeling. Oh, and gay marriage would actually make the game just like so much more fun. I won't lie.
They need
It just
that.
makes the game so funny. It will make the game so much more funny. I could just put XQC in there, and it's like XQC is gay because I said so. And
Dude.
like I think that they should also allow me to like put whether they're like dominant or submissive, so I could put XQC as submissive and see what happens. Like,
Okay, that second
that
part. That second part, I don't know if Nintendo would put Dom or sub in. I don't know.
Well, like socially, you know, like alpha or beta, like they you could select if your Mii is an alpha, sigma, or beta. I think they should add that to the character creator, is that option, and it would impact like who leads the pack, you know. I think this would make the game sell 1 billion units. Where's Bad Bow Jammo Operation Peace? I need to watch the final episode of The Rehearsal. I think it dropped yesterday. I just forgot. We got 10,000 games, a million games.
Okay, I did not realize Sea Cucumber was that good. Holy shit.
Me when I play Splatoon 2 Octo Expansion. CIA secretly ran a Star Wars fan website to send hidden messages to spies?
What?
This is what's on Dexterra.
What did you just say to me?
This is... I need to read this article. Where's the website? Apparently if you go on the website, it just brings you to the CIA page. Why didn't they link the website? At Grok, is this true?
I still can't get over when you just said, like, make it Studio Grumbly or whatever the fuck that was.
At Gorg, make it Studio Grumble. That's like the brain of 50% of Twitter users now. They just want Grok to turn it into Studio Grumble. The photo that was attached by Dexterra for the Star Wars fan website has a image of Clone Wars Yoda, and it says, "These games, like these games, you will," and it's just 4 Star Wars games. And it says Master Yoda's favorite game.
Imagine if it said like. Imagine if it said like these games you will, and it's just 4 games completely unrelated to Star Wars.
I want to believe that this is real and the CIA did make this website because it's so fucking funny. Whoever was making this website's a real poster, I won't lie. This shit's funny.
I could see that becoming like a shitpost thing people do where people are like, like these games you will, and then it's like, I don't know, like a porn game or something. Like these games you will, and it's 100-line Last Defense Academy.
That is my propaganda. People will like these games. Okay. problem with Ultimate's meta. I need to watch this video.
The problem with Ultimate's meta, 3 characters.
Yeah. I did, like, watch that big, tournament that happened not too long ago. I watched some of the finals and stuff to see how
Is it the one that Hungrybox was, like, constantly streaming?
Yeah, it was the Goon one, the Goon setup one. Like it made me learn why Sonic and Steve just suck so much. They don't, like, you just see, like, Steve control the stage by really doing nothing, and it's a shame. Like, I think the match I was watching was, like, 2 good players, Steve versus Banjo. Like, I'm like, Banjo can't break the blocks very easily without approaching, so blocks create an incentive to approach Steve, which Steve wants you to do. But you, like, if you don't approach Steve, then he's gonna mine, which he wants to do. So what do? Like, you can't approach because if you break, you have to break the block first or jump, and jump puts you in a disadvantaged state against Steve. And then, like, I watched Sonic, and I was like, I think it was, like, Sonic vs. Pac-Man, and I was like, I'm gonna kill myself if I watch this match. So, like, I will not watch Sonic vs. Pac-Man. I just won't do that.
It's gonna be really sad if the next Smash game comes out and it has a similar meta. Like, every match is fucking Shadow versus Chris Deltarune. Every match, no matter what.
I think, like, I will say with Ultimate that I think Ultimate, like, when you watch an Ultimate tournament, I do think it has the most character diversity of any of the games, like, even more than Smash 4 had. I believe, like, statistically, Ultimate has, like, the 2nd highest character diversity of wins, percentage-wise, which is insane because the roster's so big. And, like, big major wins. The issue is that the top characters are just not really that fun to watch. It's like, you watch Min Min, and Min Min's not even, like, top tier. I think Min Min's high, like, very close. I think she might be top tier, but she's not, like, Steve, Sonic, Rob. And she's just not fun to watch. The character just, like, swings her arms, and she just kind of wins interactions and makes ledge guarding really boring. So the game becomes, like, the opponent is doing everything they can to try and get past Min Min's wall that she creates. And then she does, like, 80 damage in 3 hits. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. And then they switch the other person switches to either Steve or Pyromithra, because Pyromithra can rush down and get through Min Min's arms. It's like, what do you do against blocks? And Steve has, like, the best recovery in the game.
Switching to, this guy.
So, they also talk about, like, how, a big issue with Ultimate is also that, like, a lot of characters are viable because they have, like, one-hit kill combos, like instant touch combos, which is, like, interesting because that's what I thought Melee was when I was younger. But when you watch Melee, it's actually just, like, a fantastic game to watch. It's really fun.
Yeah.
Because they're, like, I can't play Melee. My brain is not wired that way. I could never be good at Melee, I think, like, ever. But, like, what I like about that game is that it is really, you can see when they make a mistake, and you see that there isn't these fucking blocks on the screen. So each person throws something out, and they have to, like, correctly hit that. They have to, like, land, they have to be like, okay, I have to win this interaction. And there will be points in the game when they don't hit each other, but it's not boring because it's tense when they don't hit each other. When they don't hit each other in Smash, it's not because they're not, like, they're like, oh, well, it's tense. It's because they're not trying. It's more optimal to not try to hit them.
I will also say that, like, with Melee, it's more interesting to see, like, a character be built up over time. Like, Yoshi, for a while, was low tier. He became high tier not through, like, balance patches. Because, like, Amsa was just, like, dedicated to his craft. In Ultimate, it's just like, oh, this character is bad, patch update. Even though patch updates aren't happening anymore, so the characters who need to be nerfed are stuck at the top.
Yeah, Melee is a very cool game, and there will not be another game like Melee, because I do think that in the modern gaming scene, you will have to make patch updates. And I think it's awesome that Melee doesn't. Well, like, Melee is, like, kind of a weird game, and that the reason that game is good because it, like, can't get fixed, and it is, like, a little broken. But that's what makes it fun and, like, interesting. Whereas, like, most classic fighters are good because they're tight. And Melee is a very tight game. It's a very tight, and that's what makes it fun. We won't see Melee again. Okay, so this video, I'm not listening to it, but I'm looking at the screen, and the placement percentages aren't crazy. It's Steve only gets like 5.91%, whereas like Rob is next. It's like 3.72, Rob, Kira, Mithra, Kazuya, Snake, Falco, Luigi, Joker, Min, and Game & Watch. Interesting. And Sonic is not even up there, which is probably because Sonic's is the one carrying that character. It doesn't mean the character's like really good, it's just you have to be you have to actually be like better than Elling to win, and Sonic is better than that. We'll say though, some of his games are fucking boring.
Yeah, Ultimate is just a boring game to watch.
It really is a boring game to watch. There's not like a lot of interactions. Like, there's very rarely interactions that I think are really exciting. Because a lot of it's not looking for openings. You just kind of see someone dominate, and they will dominate for a while, and you don't see that change. Like, I enjoyed watching, like, seeing, like, oh, Sonic does not have control of the stage right now, and it was cool to see him, like, lose it and try to get it back, but I don't think it was interesting when he got it back. I think that Ultimate's just one of those games that, you know, the new game is generally the one that's played unless it's bad, but even then, like...
Brawl lasted a while, but only died once Smash 4 came out, and Smash 4 lasted until Ultimate, which... It's still surprising that Ultimate released so soon after Smash 4, like, finished with, like, DLC.
And thank God.
Yeah, thank God, because, like, I did not want to be stuck playing that game.
That game sucks. Like, Ultimate has issues. Smash 4 sucks. That game is worse for the competitive scene. That game actually was just worse for the competitive. Bayonetta, I think Steve is bad for the game, but I think Bayonetta was worse for the game than Steve, if that makes sense. I think blocks are dumb, and I think that Steve is a very dumb character. But...
Bayonetta was just...
Bayonetta is the issue that there's videos talking about where, like, you see someone's at, like, in neutral at maybe, like, 70%, and you know, like, oh, well, they're gonna, if they get hit once, they're dead. And that does suck. Bayonetta was like that, but hers were, like, better. Is that Danganronpa music? Well, well, the video's using Danganronpa music. I think that my goat Darumi should be in Smash. I think that she deserves it. I think Sakurai should play 100 line and be like, "Wow, this game's really good."
What about Dark Woke Mevins?
I personally would love Aito Aotsuki. However, I think I would prefer Darumi simply because, like, as much like really, I would say Takumi because I love Takumi and I want Takumi to be great. I want Darumi because she's the Killing Game character, so it'd be both Danganronpa. They would throw in the Danganronpa shit with Darumi. Most likely just a reference, but it would still be like, I think it would be a character that represents Kodaka, because I think that he did love Darumi. I think it's very clear that he thought Darumi was like one of the most fun characters to write because he has a ton of fun with her. I want her in the game because it's like, yeah, it's the Killing Game character. It's like a Soy Jack, the best Soy Jack ever made of Danganronpa fans. Yeah, I would want Darumi because she'd be very fun.
Do you think
probably can't?
Do you think she'd be? Who do you think would be like the character that only appears in like, that like the only character that appears in like competitive play, like the Steve of the next game?
I don't think we can predict that. I think unfortunately.
I mean, I feel like there are characters who.
Eventually.
I feel like there are characters who I can see being like broken. Like if they if they add like Shadow and give him like the Doom abilities, I can see him being like a more busted version of Sonic.
Well, I don't know. Like, I think that the reason Sonic's good is not because he has like good moves, it's because he has 2 spin dashes, which are actually just kind of broken. Because his movement's better, and when you have better movement, neutral is always under your control. I don't know, like, I don't think we can predict what they might be until we see it. Like, I don't think I would have predicted, like, them adapt Steve the way they did, because if you asked, like, most people that play fighting games, they'd say, yeah, no, that's, like, silly, that would be a bit busted. Well, then they did it. And it's like, you would think that Sakurai would think through that. And he's like, no, he thought blocks and diamonds were a good idea. That, and for some of his moves are just fucking overtuned. Like, Steve just has some moves that are too strong. I don't know why they did that. They just gave him moves that are simply way too strong. And I think it's, like, hard to predict it. I think that... Because we also don't know what the meta might be for the next game. Like if it is a more defensive or offensive game, because that has like Ultimate is a kind of defensive game until you get your one hit that instant kills and you get your one hit combo. And it's like the characters that can get away and like do shit around the stage the best are the ones that are really good.
Yeah.
The exceptions are like Kazuya, who's just like great at walling you out and making you sad and killing you. Oh, I'm at 60%. That is kill percent for Kazuya because he hits 3 buttons and you're done. Something like that.
I will be right back. I'm gonna get some water. So I'll be back in a second. Alright, I'm back. In case you're wondering where the images on the BRB and Starting Soon screen, those are some of the images that we have added to a digital picture frame I got.
So that's what those are.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna go for a little bit longer. It wasn't meant to be like a long stream. Maybe like a few more nubby runs. But yeah, I think testing has gone pretty well so far. I think for the future I will have like... I mean, it depends on like what the stream is. Like, I do have a stream idea that would benefit from having other people there. Don't know if I want to say what it is, but it's very much like a discussion type of stream. But sometimes I might just want to do one like on my own, like maybe for like a horror game or something. Not that I play that many horror games. I am very much a scaredy boy.
I need to play a horror game again. I need like the new... I guess I did play that one FNAF one, and I was like, this game's pretty scary, and then I stopped playing it.
Which FNAF game?
Pizzaplex. Well, not the Pizzaplex one, whatever that one that they released for like free or something. They just like kind of weirdly dropped it. Where's my FNAF section? Into the Pit. That game was pretty interesting. I just only played it for 40 minutes and said, wow, okay.
I know I'm playing with Octoni, but 3 squids is crazy.
Octoni. Five days left in the competitive Mario Kart 8 Deluxe season. Is there ranked? They've been working on this new Mario Kart for like 9 years. Isn't that crazy? Like, this shit better be good.
Yeah. I mean, especially... Do you think that's why they, like, decide to just give, like, a billion more stages to 8 Deluxe? Because, like, the game is going through development hell?
Yeah, that's what they said, I think, in interviews. Like, that's why they had like a B team do the 8 Deluxe Fauci booster shot courses. So yeah, I think that's like the reason that they gave for that, which is why the booster courses are kind of ass. Yeah, I don't know, it was also supposed to be on the Switch 1, I believe they said.
True. So I guess, like, 8 Deluxe just became the Switch 1's Mario Kart, because normally it's like, you know, Mario Kart is the type of series that goes, like, 1 per console. So I guess, like, 8 Deluxe just became, like, the Switch's Mario Kart game.
Yeah, they probably realized, like, okay, we can go bigger with this now. Once they were like, internals were like, we're making another console.
Yeah. I imagine World was originally meant to be like the Switch 1's Mario Kart, and 8 Deluxe was just so that it didn't become like a complete failure. Like Mario Kart 8 at least.
Yeah. They don't understand the things I eat for dinner. She wanna play in the mud, I wanna eat some marbles is unfortunately really funny. It's not even close to what that line.
Did you hear? Is that thing real? With like the Kids Bop version of the Kanye song, Cousins?
For sure, no. Absolutely, I did see that. That is definitely not. That's definitely not.
Yeah,
real.
there's no way
that
is real.
I don't think that Kids Bop wants to associate at all with this new Kanye album. I think that they want to stay away from it. Wait, did the whole Kanye album leak? For sure, no.
Wait, well, like, another one? What?
The one he's making now. What?
I like how if you try to buy an item in this game that you don't have enough money for, it tells you you're too poor. Like, I wasn't paying attention and tried to get another squid, but then it said too poor.
I do think that the Kanye album completely leaked because this song sounds like a Dave Blunt song. I think it's Dave Blunt's like flow completely, and like his writing style, but it's about Kanye. This is unbelievable. It is not good.
How did I get 3 rares? What were you about to say?
Yeah, this shit's not good. I mean, it is, like, unfortunately very well produced, but it's not, I don't know what the fuck he's saying. I don't know why he's saying that shit. I'm in love with the nitrous. This is a Dave Blunt song too.
The funniest thing about Dave Blunt just plagiarizing his own song, I can just picture him, like, as he's writing, just, like, being like, fuck it, I'm gonna just copy and paste my own song.
Yeah. Okay. How do I, like... What do I say about this album? Because... it's despicable that he made this, and it's very sad that he's clearly just a drug addict who has lost his mind because he keeps huffing nitrous. But he's still so fucking talented, and that's upsetting. This album is... the beats are insane. They're actually very good.
I think he had the nitrous today.
I think he had the nitrous.
I still love that picture where he's fucking Golden Freddy.
I mean, I'm not gonna listen to this album on Spotify. I don't want to give him money for this. I want this to be the first album to go, like, -3 platinum.
I keep getting squids. I mean, I am using, like, the easy way to get squid mode. But it is crazy how many squids I'm getting.
This song's unfortunately good. What the fuck? He's actually lost his mind, though. There's a song on here called Free My Kids. You don't understand the things I eat for dinner.
Very interesting to see a well-composed mental breakdown.
Yeah, I think that's like why this is so interesting, is that this is someone's legitimate mental breakdown, but produced in a good album, which sucks. Like a bad good album. Like, under no circumstance am I gonna give Kanye like credit for making this album, because he should. I mean, he gets all the credit actually because it's horrible.
Yeah, under no
I don't wanna give him credit
circumstances,
for the good parts.
under no circumstances do we have to hand it to him.
Under no circumstances do I gotta hand it to him. There is a song on here called Dirty Magazines. He mentions Twitter again. Oh, this is a Dave Blunt song. It sounds like, okay, this sounds like the most well-produced Dave Blunt's album ever. This is what this album sounds like. Is the most well-produced Dave Blunt's album.
Is it basically just a Dave Blunt's album?
It's a Dave Blunt's album, but it's about Kanye being a Nazi. And also can't see his kids, and no one understands the things he says on Twitter.
Yeah. So I'm thinking for this stream, once I have enough for this Tony, I'm gonna end the stream.
That's dope.
Because I don't want to jinx myself and say, like, one more run and then, like, immediately lose.
Hey, this is Dave Blunt's! What? Why is Dave Blunt's on this song?
Oh, is it like a one where with his vocals?
This is not on the album. Is the song... Is this real? This is the song Diddy Free, but it's an AI Kanye.
Wait, is it like a joke? Is it not actually the real album?
I don't know, because I've heard some of these songs. Like, some of these songs are extremely well produced, which is like the crazy part, and I've heard these around on Instagram. I mean, this one doesn't sound real. This one sounds edited. Let's see. Did what were... No, this is the actual album. It did leak in a Discord. There may be a song when this Kanye album releases that is AI Dave Blunt's. This might be a real song on an album coming out.
I mean, didn't Drake do the same thing where, like, he put AI Tupac on one of his songs?
He did?
Apparently, like, one of his diss tracks had AI Tupac on it or something.
That's crazy.
Alright, you know what? Instead, next run that makes it to stage 2 will be the last run.
Okay, yeah, this did leak. An individual claiming responsibility for the leak posted a message, message on Discord stating that proceeds from the unauthorized release would be donated to the U.S. Holocaust Memorial Museum. That's hard, actually.
Damn. Wait, like the person who leaked it said that?
Yeah, the person who leaked it said that. So they're giving. That's kind of a crazy thing to do, is leak an album and then.
I mean, especially
it's
from
awesome,
leak an album from a guy who is going down this path and, like, donate the money from the leak to, like, a cause that would go against what the person who made the album would want. Like, that is a noble thing to do.
That is a noble thing to do. Wow. I should listen to this album all the way through. I've listened to World War III already before. I don't think it's great. Yeah, I'm glad that they leaked it and are sending all the proceeds to the Holocaust Memorial Museum. That's actually kind of hard.
Yeah, I mean, you can also tell that it's like a mental breakdown because of how he keeps flip-flopping back and forth between being a bigot. Like, remember when he said, like, I don't hate Jews anymore because I watched 21 Jump Street?
He did say that.
And then, like, 2 days later, he was back to doing that.
What's Kanye tweeting right now? What happened? Did he get suspended on Twitter again? What happened? No, Twitter. Oh, no, he's here. He's just like shadow banned. Yeah, he did post a lot about share love, share peace, a lot of that. Wait, what? He tweeted a video, and then sometimes you gotta manifest that pussy. This was after, like, no random tweets since he said that. Okay, the song definitely has some distortion in it though, so because I assume the leak is not the full quality, it's like shit got fucked up. But it sounds like Dave Blunt sang a song, and then they used AI to put Kanye's voice over it.
Alright, I think I'm gonna wrap up the stream here. This went pretty well. Yeah, I think I'll have people on for future streams whenever I do them. Like I said, it usually be like 1 to 4 times a month. But yeah. That'll be all for today. Bye.